What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Black Student Success Podcast, where we bring you insight and guidance from successful Black professionals and students. My name is Selvin, and as always, we appreciate the support. So today we have Destiny Harris on the podcast. She's going to talk about her blog, Educated Black Queen. It's a lifestyle blog that she started actually during the pandemic. And she's going to talk about what went into that, what inspired her to get into the blogging space, just specifically what she talks about and what she puts out content for, and, what she's looking to do with that, because there's a lot of great information that's out there, stemming from her own personal experiences. So Destiny, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about my blog and everything that's been going on.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. So Educated Black Queen, what was the inspiration behind it? When did you start it? Was there any particular events or, from your own experience that, jogged it to start going? What was that journey like when you started?
Yes. So I started the blog in 2020, around the time of the pandemic. I was at home and I was kind of just looking for ways to explore my creativity. At the core of who I am a writer. I love writing. I was actually the treasurer of my literary magazine at my high school. I was a university press contributing writer at my undergraduate studies program. And I also was a newsroom writer for the Boca Raton Tribune. I got to do that about a year ago, and it was a really great experience. So, and we used a lot of software that a lot of bloggers use as well. So I was just like, how can I incorporate these experiences into my life and talk about that a little bit more? So I kind of was like, I wanted to create a blog, but I wanted it to be a little unconventional than what you usually see. I kind of wanted to tackle issues that a lot of African-American women face, and also kind of create a platform that was uplifting, educational, and inspirational to those individuals, and also allies who want to learn more about experiences that we go through in the Black community and from an inside perspective. So all of that kind of allowed me to create Educated Black Queen. And I am just really grateful for the platform, because I think it also helped me in a way kind of just find more of my own identity and kind of give me something to look forward to as writing every week. And I thought, if I could help just one person through my blog, then, that means the world to me. So I really, I enjoy doing the video editings on YouTube. I enjoy doing the podcast for Educated Black Queen and having that on Spotify. And also just being able to kind of share my own personal growth and development experiences. So yeah, I talk a lot about a lot of different things. Some things I talk about taking a social media detox and kind of what that looked like for me. That was more towards the time of the pandemic. I also talked about my experiences being an undergraduate student and what graduating looked like for me in the midst of a pandemic. I talked a lot about book reviews, different books that I've been able to read, and also audiobooks that I've gotten into, kind of just thinking about, some of the things that I've learned and been able to incorporate into my own life from that. I talk about ways to build self-confidence and self-esteem. I've had discussions with a lot of different individuals. One was with a psychologist. We were able to talk about body dysmorphia. And I've talked to health and wellness coaches as well. And I really try to take on a holistic approach to living and wellness and well-being, because that's something that I try to incorporate in my own life. So I love every aspect of it. I love having creative control as well. It's just really great. And I think I've been able to reach a lot of people through the blog as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the website is full of a lot of great information. You mentioned the book reviews. Talking about both physical and mental wellness, and how to take those steps to reach those things. Because we take a similar approach in the fact that it's holistic, because you can't really just focus on one thing, and you're covering a lot of bases here. What one thing I wanted to ask you is, what has been maybe either your most impactful like blog post, podcast episode, or one that you just really enjoyed the most? Because again, you covering a lot of topics, and them pertaining to you, and you benefiting from putting that information out there. I'm sure there's maybe one or two that stick out as really impactful, that you even want to share with our listeners just to even check out.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there's a few of them that I really love. I really, I think that a lot of people could connect with me kind of talking about my own internal battles, specifically with like combating imposter syndrome was a really big one that I talked about a lot, because I've had those discussions with friends, and also with coworkers. And, how do you come into a space where you can, not look at yourself as an imposter, and not think, oh my gosh, I'm, doing this work and I feel like I don't deserve to be here. I don't, fit into this, or this is not who, nobody's gonna, recognize me for doing this, and actually like turn that around into a positive mindset, and realize that I do deserve to be here, and I do deserve all the success and accolades that I can get, and because I have put in the work, and people deserve to see that and recognize that in me, and I should see it and recognize it in myself, and no one can take that away from me. And I think that's a really powerful thing. Being able to shift that mindset, because, wellness is so many things. It's not just, your physical well-being, but it's also your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, and really that mental aspect as well. So, that was probably one of the more impactful posts that it really impacted my self and how I viewed myself. Because, I think there are always times where I felt like, I'm doing this work and I don't know if I'm the most qualified to talk about this. I feel like there are more people that could talk about this. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. But then I was just like, what? There are things that I know, and there are things that I can contribute to society. And there are things that I am aware of and have done research on. And, bringing that forward into the forefront of what I do, I think has just been really amazing. And just to see the response from people who are like, yeah, I completely have felt that, and can empathize with you on that. And it's given them also a platform to talk about it and come into that space as well. So I really just, I love talking about that. And I really love just doing the podcast too, and just being able to talk about health and wellness and body dysmorphia has been really great as well. So.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of power in being able to own your story, and remembering that, with you having experienced whatever that is, positive or negative, that already makes you an expert in terms of what somebody can go through. And maybe you don't go through every single aspect of it, but there's so many perspectives of especially like social media, how we're taking all this in, and we don't know some of the things the ways that it's affecting us. So I'd definitely be interested to kind of know, check out the post about the detox and what you did, and how long, what happened, before and after, because with it being all around us, TikTok is the thing right now. So, that's, always cool to, scroll through for about 30 minutes or so. But then, what if that turns into 2 hours? What is that like? So, yeah. So that's awesome that you're able to not only create that platform for that, that self-expression and putting it in a way that people can resonate with, and then getting that feedback, and I'm sure that inspires you to do more. Are there any other topics that you're looking to tackle in the future that, people can look forward to checking out?
Yes. I definitely want to continue talking about wellness and mindfulness practices that people can incorporate, because I do think that self-care is so important and crucial to just all elements of our life. I think that more people should take, days off if they can, and also just take 10 minutes if you can to just be mindful and reflect on just life and how things are going. I personally try to meditate every day, every morning when I get up. That's like one of the first things I'll do is just kind of sit and take deep breaths and listen to positive affirmations, because that really just helps me like start my day off positively. And then I'll try to get into a workout if I can. I definitely would encourage more people to do that if you can. And some other things I want to kind of incorporate is just how to set healthy boundaries in your life with people that, in relationships that are important to you, because I think that's something that I've been learning how to do more of with work and with school, and also just with family. That's been really helpful. And also just talking about self-doubt and where that comes from and what you can do to kind of, reframe that mindset and way of thinking is something that I really want to incorporate. And I'm really excited about a financial literacy workshop that's coming up actually this Saturday, October 23rd, we're having a financial literacy workshop. And that's going to be really great to talk about kind of ways you can invest in yourself financially, talking about building your credit, and also just being kind of more mindful of, how your spending habits and things of that nature. So I'll be talking about that with Morgan Cleveland, who is a financial educator. So I'm really excited to collaborate with her. I'm also going to be collaborating with another blogger who's a friend of mine, Michaela Purvis. And we're going to be doing Blogmas together, which is something we did last year, which was really fun for the holiday season. Just getting more into kind of Christmas things that you can do. It's more of a fun thing that we do every year on social media. So, that's one way I do look forward to using social media. But other than that, I don't really use social media as much as I used to. You could definitely look forward to a lot of that happening. So more workshops, more podcast episodes for sure. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm thinking other things are in the works, but that's, what I have so far.
That's what's up. A lot of great things going on, and not only, those that can obviously positively influence Black women who may be going through the same issues, but Black men, other people of color. There's a lot of these different things that, people can find parallels. And I think it's also good to show, this perspective, especially to those who may not have interacted with a lot of Black women and may not know the different struggles that they go through, whether that's at school, whether that's in the workplace, just kind of out in public. We see all the news and all the things that are happening, but to really get a very personal perspective on that, I think that's also very important for everybody to see. So thanks for all the work that you're doing. I know it's a passion project, so it's just natural for you to go through it, but it's definitely important work and it's definitely appreciative. Any last words, either about the podcast, how people can reach you, how people can reach the podcast, the blog itself, and if they have questions for you directly?
Yes, I want to just encourage listeners to be sure to also check out my podcast, Educated Black Queen, on Spotify. And you can also directly find the links to that on my blog at www.edublackqueen.com. And you can get in touch with me there. All the social media handles are there. My Instagram is at edu_cated, CATED, Black Queen. So you can get in touch with me as well on Instagram and other social media platforms. And also just be sure to subscribe to my blog. And thank you all for listening. Yeah. I'm very excited to share more content and things that are coming up in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking forward to that as well. So thanks for sharing that. We'll have all of your information in the description as well for everybody to check it out. So please do subscribe to Destiny's blog, podcast, everything. Check out all the great content that she has there. Until the next time, you can definitely follow us on Instagram and Facebook. That's at Inquire Higher. Check out our website, inquirehigher.com. And we're looking forward to continue to put out episodes of our podcast for our third season. So thanks again, Destiny. Thanks to everybody who's been watching and listening. Until next time, take care.